Hello everybody. Sorry that I'm a bit late for Halloween. I did have a video that was gonna come out around that time, but then I found a very weird bug that I can't even really talk about at the moment for fear of completely ruining versus async mode in customs. So for now I just have this run where I for the most part decided I didn't want to scale my units and instead just scam with whatever fun tech I could find. And this runs into a couple of problems, namely like summons are an issue because if you have just say a bunch of scorpions, then any amount of summons can kind of kill them. That's like the basic problem with it. But also snipes are a big problem. If your like important units get sniped out, then you can't really use tech as well. But to be honest, this run didn't take as long when compared to some of the other runs that I've done before. And that's not even including just stuff like the AFK challenge. Like there have been just completely normal teams that I've made that have took longer than this. Yeah, it starts out fairly normally, level 3 cell pet, etc., boring, but it's like, I want to actually get a cool team, and if the most consistent way to get the cool team is to be cringe first, then I'm okay with that. I take some tempo by buying the Stork, because Stork is essentially just like a 5-3 with a bit of extra nuance. Even if the thing you summon doesn't have an ability. Barely get a draw there. And so the cell pet is almost level 3. Which typically means, oh, you go elk and you get money. You get infinite money. Unlimited money, but no, I don't know. I'm not very good with coming up with stuff on the fly. But look, I'll figure it out eventually. I get an early donkey, which actually matters a lot for this fight. Thank you, donkey. This is the main tech I have to at least help a little bit against summons. It doesn't completely fix the problem because a lot of just like brute force summons can still mess with you, but it's not too bad. And we hit the Seagull. So what's the plan here? Well, I mean, the thumbnail might have given it away. I don't know, I haven't made it yet. I usually do the recording before I make the thumbnail. And I have no idea what I'm doing for the thumbnail yet. We'll figure it out. Thank you, Donkey, once again, for giving us good breakpoints. I can understand why Rev likes this unit. It's just kind of good. And this isn't even in versus where you can do a ton of mind games with it. Find more seagulls. And there's Panther. Interesting. What's the plan? Flying fish comes to the front? That's not that relevant, but we win the fight regardless. Still on 5 lives by this point, by the way, is insane. I decide I'm pilling onto Panther and Seagull, because those are the things I want to survive most desperately. It's kind of awkward if the donkey dies, specifically, because then it like doesn't trigger on itself, and yada yada yada, but mainly I want the Seagull and the Panther to survive. I put Pi on the Panther because that's tempo, trademark. It's like when the Fine Brothers tried to copyright the word react. Is that what they did? Yeah, they did that. That was crazy. Anyway, look, level on Seagull, and then we get Cyclops value. We want this level 3. We want both level 3 ideally. I mean, it's probably not, like, needed, but it would definitely help. take tofu to get more chocolate, to get more levels, to get more things. I mean, Seagull just always creates some fun stuff, doesn't it? You can't really go wrong with Seagull. If you want to make a cool and interesting build. Big unit. Secretary bird comes to the front. Buddy, you don't get a big unit anymore. How does that feel? So yeah, donkey's still pretty good. Especially if the opponent's relying on something like vulture, then it's even better. We level the seagull. We level the panther. I could have maybe done something with this rice. But all it would have really allowed me to do is like maybe cycle anglerfish, I guess. Which isn't too irrelevant, I suppose. Anyway, giant unit dies to scorpion. I respect the abomination, but it's unfortunately dead. So I take rice on elephant seal. Don't worry, it's not proper scaling. I'm getting rid of it almost immediately. In fact, I'm getting rid of it now. And then I take T-Rex, which I'm also getting rid of next turn. Croc snipes. Donkey makes our breakpoints incredible, but they get Nessie. It wouldn't have mattered. Truthfully, it wouldn't have mattered, but I'd like to pretend that it would so that I can overreact about it and make it a talking point. Here's the level 3 Panther. Take this anglerfish because I could get cow or sauropod. I get neither. But that's fine. That's completely fine. Oh no, -1 gold. I don't really need this chocolate anyway. We're about to take a huge dip in tempo. Because we don't have the pie, so I decide, whatever. If we lose this fight, that's okay. And here we go. Here's the thing that we need. Is steaks. We get steak, and then the panther. The panther with a mushroom resummons a bunch of copies of itself. And then you can give them all perks with the seagull. Which is a thing that's been done before. But I don't think it's been done that often with, like, steak. It's usually something like tomato. Regardless, we have a cardinal so that we can get peanuts in the shop. Peanuts are a tier 6 food, so, like, this is almost as early as it could be. The donkey actually screwed us over there. Because the donkey brought a small unit to the front and we couldn't get peanut value. Unfortunate. I get tofu to just get another peanut. Because why the hell not? And, you know, why not get another peanut so we can even get rid of the scorpion at this point? This is just pure scam tech. Kill a giant behemoth, kill a giant orca. Get a bunch of panthers that deal 81 damage. These panthers one-shot anything that isn't a, like, maxed behemoth, by the way. 81 damage is enough to kill a 50-50 through melon. I take this guy. And I decide to sell on behemoth. It's not, like, great, but it's fine. Especially this late. And I've used up so many seagull triggers at this point that I decide I'm probably losing this fight and hopefully winning the next two. So I cycle more oysters. Toucan would be kind of cool, but it just gets rid of the mushroom, which is a shame. And I take flea, just... I guess because it gets rid of melons, and these can't actually kill through melons yet. It's like good enough. Anyway, yeah, we're massively dead here. They've got a lot of snipes, but I guess it's good to get the snipes out of the way, so we won't face any later on, because that's definitely how that works. I take some random cotton candies on the Seagull, because I would rather that didn't die horribly. And I find the level 2 flea. Trade, get rid of... Wait, did that have melon? Yeah, it did. Trade, get rid of melons. Kill, peanut, kill. Summon a bunch of panthers, give them all steak. And they just trade everything. They just trade everything. You don't need stats. Who needs stats? Stats are lame anyway. Here's a cotton candy. I sadly don't find any other stat foods, so I just kind of end up rolling down in shame. But that's okay. Final battle, who do we face? It's Stupa Auto Pets. They have Elephant Camel with Hatching Chick to level up a bunch of stuff. Maybe they're going for like ribbons. Or maybe they just want billions and billions of dollars from Hammer Shark. Anyway, the peanut kills through pepper. This elephant's gonna make a giant tiger. Get weakened. Bring this to the front. They trade. Peanut kills. Yeah, more stats. And then, oh, here come 4 more panthers. 3 of them get steak. And we just instantly kill everything. This dies through melon easily, and we win. You don't need stats to win an arena. There's so many ways to win without stats. This is like a PSA. Stop running nothing but stats. You can be more creative than that. I believe in you. And like, this is not specifically saying, hey, nobody run Elephant Seal in order to have access to cool builds. Because like, some builds need stats to work and are also cool. For instance, look at Rev's sarcastic fringe head thing. Or just like any shenanigans with fringe head in general. But yeah, if you're doing something like this, you don't need stats. I don't have many stats on this team at all. I just have scam tech. Anyway, that's about it. Have a wonderful day.